Here we go, folks. We had 5 days to kind of recharge, refresh, learn from our first half mistakes. So here we go, folks. Full slate of games. We can kind of pick and choose which ones we like, which ones we don't like, what value is better than the rest. Ooh, here we go. Alrighty. First moneymaker back. First really official, real. I mean, we chose both games yesterday, but it was like we had no choice. We had to take both games. So here we go. Full choice. Ton of games on. Great matchups. Great value to be had. Here we go, folks. All right, let's start here with Pistons and the Hornets. And like we said, folks, I thought we'd only have to swallow 4 here for the Hornets, and we only have to swallow 4.5. So once again, folks, we basically predicted both the freaking spreads from last games. Absolutely fantastic. We're back here with the Pistons and Hornets. We know value. We know what Vegas is thinking. So here we go, the ins and out. Pistons. I mean, just classic outs. Delon Wright's a game-time decision. Jahlil Okafor is still out, unfortunately. Now for the Hornets, it's just Devontae Graham, game-time decision. So everybody's ready to rock. I mean, this Pistons team doesn't have a great big, so Cody Zeller should have great success here. LaMelo Ball, I mean, this team really had no all-stars. Same thing with the Pistons, so everybody should be well-rested for this team, but LaMelo Ball ready to kind of make his kind of closing argument for Rookie of the Year, even though it's kind of pretty much wrapped up here. Gordon Hayward's ready to rock. Cody Zeller should have a good game. I'm blanking. Terry Rozier, scary hours are still in session, folks. So we got to just swallow the 4.5 here. This is great value over this very, very, very lackluster Pistons team. Don't buy this Pistons team at all. Hornets, love them. They should rise to the occasion here. They had good success before the All-Star break. I think they keep it up, very well rested. So Hornets -4. Lock it in, folks. Great value right off the rip. Oh my goodness. All right, folks. I cannot believe this next value. I cannot believe it, folks. Vegas does not learn. They never learn, folks. They never learn. Celtics, Nets. Guess the value. Can y'all guess what this value is? I would say it's got to at least be Nets -6, but it's so much better than that. Celtics +2.5, Nets -2.5. There's got to be somebody out for this Nets team, right? Somebody's got to be out. Oh, and look what we get for the Celtics, baby. Marcus Smart is ready to rock, baby. The only person out for the Celtics is Romeo Langford. So that's fine. He's got COVID, unfortunately. So not fine that, but fine that he's out. He doesn't make too much of an impact. I don't think I've called this man's name the entire season so far. Alrighty, then the Nets. Blake Griffin's out, Kevin Durant's out, Jeff Green, game-time decision, Timothy Luwawu-Cabarrot, game-time decision. Y'all know who I didn't say in those outs and game-time decisions? Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. So yes, we swallow the 2.5 here. Both these teams had solid players in the All-Star break. So James Harden, Kyrie Irving, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. So I mean, they're both going to be at a little bit of a disadvantage right off the rip. But other than that, we're taking the Nets. Come on. Marcus Smart's first game back. He's probably not going to be 100%. He may not even start. He may come off the bench. So he's not going to have that great production there. We only have to swallow 2.5 here for the Nets. Kyrie Irving, James Harden, they get it done. James Harden usually gets it done by himself, and Kyrie Irving is just there. And then we get Joe Harris as the fail-safe. And then we get Bruce Brown as the fail-safe. And then we get DeAndre Jordan as the fail-safe. So we're fine, folks. We're fine with swallowing the 2.5 at home. Folks! Oh, hammer this. Bet your entire future. Bet your whatever money you have right now. You bet them Nets -2. Your cash, your credit cards, your house, your car. You take everything you own to the pawn shop right now. You bet every single penny you have saved up for your entire life, and you bet it on Nets -2. I don't know what else to tell you, folks. If you don't make money now, it's on you. But we're telling you, it's right here. Nets -2. This is disrespect to the Nets organization. This is disrespect to the Nets players. They will swallow this 2.5. They will win by probably 10. I don't think this game will be that close. I mean, this Celtics team, they're good, but they're kind of second-tier good, where this Nets team is first-tier good. They're with the 76ers. They're with the Suns. They're with the Lakers when they're all healthy. They're with the Jazz. They're not this second-tier team. I mean, the Celtics are kind of second-tier in their own conference, and they're in the East. That's the easiest conference to be in, folks. folks. I mean, your one true opponent is the Nets. I mean, that's all you have to look out for. You can easily beat any other team in this East. You can beat the Bucks easy. They're not that hard of a team to beat. So, yes, with all that being said, Nets minus 2.5, absurd value. It's absurd value, folks. Take it, swallow it, eat it, munch it, crunch it, love it, profit, get rich off of it. Oh, my goodness. Bet everything you have on the Nets minus 2.5 and then take whatever you get on that. I mean, whatever you win on this game, you just go and invest into GameStop because that's going right back up, folks. So get back on that train. Nets minus 2.5. Oh, my goodness. We're getting great value right off the rip here, folks. First 2 games up, we got great value. Woof! Alrighty. I don't know if we're going to get better value than Nets minus 2.5, but let's see if we can try to find some more here. Let's continue on. Alrighty. Hawks, Raptors. Hawks minus 3. Raptors plus 3. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see what we get here for the ins and outs. Chris Dunn out for the Hawks. Cam Reddish still out for the Hawks. Damn, Cam. He was like game time decision. They're like last 3 games before the All-Star break, and now he's still out here. Unfortunate. Oh, wow. For the Raptors, Fred VanVleet out. Patrick McCaw out. Siakam out because they all got COVID-19. Truly unfortunate here. So this Raptors team, nobody good to go for them. Yes, they still have Kyle Lowry and that's Kyle Lowry, and that's pretty much it. Everybody's out with COVID. So Hawks minus 3 is not bad here. It should be easy value all day, right, folks? Right? I think we have to take this. I mean, no Fred VanVleet, Siakam, or OG Anunoby. I mean, now they've got no big. I mean, we saw Siakam play in the 5 a little bit. Fred VanVleet's out. I mean, they really only have Kyle Lowry out there. So, I mean, we got to take the Hawks here. Clint Capella should have no trouble here at all. He should be able to eat all day. So Hawks minus 3. I think we just have to live and die by this result. It's unfortunate, but if the Hawks don't cover the 3, I mean, it's not our fault. I mean, this should happen all day. The Raptors are missing everybody that's good on their team. Alrighty, let's keep moving on here. Knicks, Bucks. Knicks plus 10.5. And ooh, man, alrighty. That's a tempting spread, I will say. I think we may stay away from it just because we've got other great value here, but let's check the ins and out. Derrick Rose is out. Oof, kind of want to. I mean, we just saw him. He's the 3rd best player on this Knicks team already, and he's only been there for like 10 games. Austin Rivers out. Taj Gibson's the game time decision, so the starters should be good. Maybe not because I keep kind of slipping up that Derrick Rose is now in the starting rotation. So maybe the starters won't be good, but then we have to rely on the bench even more. And I'm not sure if we're ready to do that right off the rip, especially against this good Bucks team, and this Knicks team doesn't really have the bigs to kind of match up with them. Julius Randle's decently big, but Nerlens Noel is good, and I like him, but he's not kind of first tier big or second tier big. He's kind of like 3rd tier big out there. So yeah, don't think we can take this, and everybody's good to go for the Bucks. So unfortunately, we are going to have to stay away from this one. I am rooting for the Knicks here, and I do kind of like the Knicks plus 10.5, but we got great value here elsewhere. I mean, these first 3 games, we got Hornets minus 4.5, Nets minus 2.5, Hawks minus 3 is always great value. So we're going to have to stay away from this Knicks Bucks. Not going to take the 10 here with the Knicks. Alrighty, then we get the 76ers and the Bulls, and wow, this is interesting. So there must be somebody out here. 76ers plus 3.5, Bulls minus 3.5. That doesn't make any sense. So let's see who's out for the 76ers. Joel Embiid is out. Oh my God, and Ben Simmons is out. So, oh my goodness, we stay away from them. Forgot they had COVID. That's why they missed the All-Star break. So definitely have to stay away from this game. And then for the Bulls, everybody's a game time decision. Otto Porter Jr. game time decision. Luke Cornett, game time decision. Chandler Hutchinson, game time decision. And Lauri McCarron. Mark Cannon is a game time decision. I always feel like I pronounced that man's name wrong. All right, so we got to definitely stay away from this one. Way too many great outs for the 76ers. Now we have to have Danny Green and freaking Seth Curry to step up, but we know that's not going to happen. Tobias Harris, he's got his work cut out for him. First game back here. Woof. Alrighty, here we go. Timberwolves, Pelicans. Timberwolves plus 8. Pelicans minus 8. Alrighty. Pelicans, I'm not ready to swallow any points with them, honestly. So we're probably going to stay away from this one, but let's see what is up with these ins and outs. So D'Angelo Russell is still out, unfortunately. Would love to see this man back to kind of see what they can do with him and Karl Anthony Towns here. So he's out. Jordan McLaughlin is out, Malik Beasley is out, and Jared Culver's a game-time decision, where the Pelicans, J.J. Redick is out, and that's it. But, yeah, just ready. I mean, this Pelicans team should have no problem here, but they've really just been iffy. Nothing really solid what they've shown us there in the first half of the season. So, got to see what they're doing here after this break and kind of seeing how they fix some of their problems and if they got better and all that. So, going to have to stay away from this one. Let's learn from this Pelicans first game. Let's see if they get back on track right off the rip or if they're still floundering here after that All-Star break. So we're going to have to stay away from this one. Alrighty then, Heat in the Magic. Magic +8, Heat -8. Let's see who's good to go here. Magic, James Ennis is out. Evan Fournier is out. Ooh, Aaron Gordon, game time decision. Can he be back? Wow. I did not expect this man to be back, honestly. Like, when I saw him go, like, be out initially for the Magic, I was just like, oh, he's out for the season. But, yeah, he's a game-time decision, so this is interesting. Alrighty. Aaron Gordon, can he get back on track here? Can Vucevic still work with Aaron Gordon? We'll see what happens. All right, then for the Heat, Avery Bradley out, Myers Leonard, he's already out for the season, but we all know what's going on with him. Yikes. And then Bam Adebayo also still out for this Heat team, so definitely got to stay away from this one. Jimmy Butler and Goran Dragic are still all good to go, so that's definitely a silver lining for them. But, you know, Aaron Gordon possibly back, that's something I want to stay away from, especially with Bam Adebayo. So now they got no big. Now Kelly Olynyk has to slide into that starting 5 spot, and you know how we feel about Kelly Olynyk. We don't like him starting at all. So he's a solid big. I'll give him that. He's solid off the bench, but I don't want him in the starting lineup. So got to stay away from this one. Magic Heat, no great value there. Alrighty, then we get the Mavericks and the Thunder. Let's see what we can get here. Mavericks -5.5, Thunder +5.5. So the spread kind of checks out. Everybody should be good to go. Still, everybody's good to go for the Mavericks. We just saw them last night. Everybody good to go. Everybody doing decent. And then for the Thunder, Hamidou Diallo is out. George Hill is still out. Trevor Ariza is still out. I mean, could you imagine if Trevor Ariza and George Hill were like active for this Thunder team? I mean, they could be pretty solid. What's their record? Because if they come back, doesn't say they're out for the season, so they can still return. Cavs are, the Thunder. We're looking at the Thunder. The Thunder are currently the 12th seed and currently 4 games out from the 8th seed. So they do have their work cut out for them, but they have some potential players here if everybody's healthy. So gotta stay away from this one, unfortunately, just because the Mavericks are on a back-to-back. Thunder, I mean, they've shown that they can kind of beat the above-average teams decently, consistently. If once Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has great games, I mean, they can beat anybody, honestly. Well, not anybody, but the above-average teams, not the top-tier teams, the second-tier teams, and this Mavericks team is still the second-tier teams. So, gonna stay away from this one as well, because we have great other value elsewhere. We don't need to start to push it here. We got 3 solid teams here. I mean, this is great. Let's try to make it 4, but if we can't, and we're not gonna force anything. So, gonna stay away from Mavericks and Thunder, but we still got 3 games up left, folks, so maybe we can find other value elsewhere. So, here we go. Warriors, Clippers. Warriors +7, Clippers -7. Alrighty, Clippers -7. Not terrible here. Let's see. Klay Thompson's obviously out, and Marquise Chris is out. So everybody's still out for this for this Warriors team that's out for the season. So everybody's good to go. Let's phrase it like that. Everybody's good to go for this Warriors team. Kevon Looney, James Wiseman, Oubre Jr., Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins. Everybody's good to go. All right, for the Clippers, everybody's good to go as well. So, gonna stay away from this one. I think I do like the Warriors +7 because I do like when they're fully healthy. I think they've got a solid roster in this Clippers team. I mean, folks, they've shown us nothing great. That first half, they've shown us nothing great or nothing consistent. So, do we take... Oh, man, the Warriors +7 is kind of calling me, folks. It's kind of calling me. They both had, solid players in the All-Star game. You had Seth Curry in the 3-point in the All-Star game. You had Kawhi Leonard, Paul George in the All-Star game. So they're both kind of decently at a disadvantage at that point. Warriors +7. Man, oh man. That's solid thing. Do we lock it in? We'll come back to this one. Let's see if there's other great value on these last two games before you lock anything in for a 4-teamer here. So here we go. Suns and Blazers. Suns minus 4.5. Blazers plus 4.5. That's kind of calling me too. That's kind of calling me. Cameron Johnson is out, and Devin Booker's a game time decision. So that's interesting. For the Blazers, McCollum and Nurkic are still out. Zach Collins is still out as well. So the usual suspects are still out for the Blazers. Cameron Johnson out for the Suns, while Devin Booker's a game-time decision. That game-time decision is very interesting. I wouldn't expect him to not play, but hey, if he's a game-time decision right now, let's stay away from it. And then the last game of the night, the Rockets and the Kings. Rockets plus 4.5, Kings minus 4.5, and we will never take anything with the Rockets until Christian Wood is back. Can he finally be back? Finally, please. We're begging. All right, here we go. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Eric Gordon, game time decision. Daniel House out. Christian Wood still out. David Waba out. Dante Exum out. And Rodions Crucius. Oh, I've never even seen this man's name before, so he's still out. So he must have been out the entire season. But Eric Gordon, game time decision. Christian Wood still being out. Daniel House Jr. still being out. Not great there. But, John Wall, Victor Oladipo are playing, but that doesn't really mean anything to us. Alrighty, and then for the Kings, it's just Hassan Whiteside is out for COVID. Unfortunate there. So Kings minus 4.5 is honestly not bad either. This Rockets team, don't really see them doing anything. They had, two players in the All-Star game. Were they in the All-Star? No, they weren't in the All-Star game. Never mind. I'm bugging. So gonna stay away from this game, I think. Would expect the Kings to cover the 4.5, no problem here. But the Kings don't know if they're going to be back on track. We saw them really flounder. They've been floundering really the last half of the first half of the season, unfortunately. 2-8 in their last 10. So gotta see them start to prove themselves before we start swallowing points with them, regardless of who they go up against. So we're staying away from Rockets Kings. We're staying away from Suns Blazers because of that Devin Booker game time decision. So let's come back to Warriors and Clippers. Let's push it here, folks. Let's get off to a huge, strong start. Let's force a 4-teamer here with the Warriors plus 7. Everybody's ready to rock for this Warriors team. They had time to prepare through this All-Star break. So let's see what they can do here and challenge the Clippers right off the rip. Let's see what they do. Alrighty, so that's our moneymaker here. Hornets minus 4.5, Nets minus 2.5, Hawks minus 3, Warriors plus 7. Let's make some money here tonight, folks. Here we go. Love it. Alrighty, so, oof, man, it felt good to do a moneymaker. Oof, feeling good right now. Damn, I'm feeling good. All right.